All right, so thank you very much. It's time for us to do business. My name is Kweku Tsimin. If you were thinking about putting a building in place, then you might have to rethink. Maybe hold on a little bit and check if cement prices will come down. This afternoon, we'll talk about this and many other interesting details, especially the Ghana Union of Traders Association. So let's get the details of our stories. As retailers are now selling a bag of cement at 35 Ghana cedis. Some of us might never be able to put up a building. Well, they have attributed the increases to limited supplies of commodity by the producers. Josephine Frimpong with the rest of the story.
For a couple of days now, a number of retailing joints for cement have been under lock and key. For others who have the stock, they have habitually increased the prices of cement. This, they have attributed it to the limited stock that they receive from producers. The national market demand for cement hovers around 48 million tons in a year. Out of the figure, Gassam supplies 60%, while Dangote and Diamond provides 30%, leaving a deficit of 10%. Market trends suggest demand for cement has dwindled, yet producers cannot meet their supplies. A bag of cement now goes for 35 Ghana cedis, an increase which is having a toll on the building industry.
There's an artificial shortage, but most of them are economic factors. It took us a long time for our banks to raise some amount of dollars for us to be able to import vessels of cement into the country. It is rather the supply side that has gone down. If supply is constant as it used to be, there will be abundance of cement in the market by now.
We produced more than 58,000 tons last week, and then the others also supplied some, but not according to demand. So for that reason, the total figure was below, supplied of cement was below the demand, and that is what's creating a shortage, and also, some increase in the retail prices.
In spite of the market shortfall, producers have also hinted of another increase in the factory price of cement by next week.
All right, so I'll take you to the Accra Bourse now, where the Ghana Stock Exchange became the second best stock market in Africa, both in local currency and in dollar term. That's for year 2013. However, some brokers say 2014 would be a difficult year for listed companies, especially those in the manufacturing sector.
The Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index, which measures the performance of the entire market for the year 2013, went up by almost 80%. The 2013 performance of the Ghana stock market was based largely on increased investor awareness, good operating results of many of the listed companies, and renewed investor confidence in the Ghanaian market. The volume of shares traded stood at over 300 million, valued at some 45 million cedis. Chairman of the Ghana Stock Exchange, Dr. Sam Mensah, said though the stock market for this year ending could not be predicted, lots of factors were affecting returns.
Current account deficits and the depreciation of the cedi. So I think there has been all that has had an impact on market confidence, especially with the participation of foreign investors in the market, many of whom have been selling off the market, which has really depressed the returns for this year.
The executive director of CalBank, Philip Oredu, said the low liquidity being experienced coupled with the current economic challenges makes it the right moment to invest. However, the chief executive officer of Africa Allianz Securities, Winston Nelson Jr., believes banks would be big earners in the end, but manufacturing companies would face a lot of difficulties.
The banks, in terms of financial performance, have done very well in the past few years. Also, if you notice, you realize that the manufacturing companies are suffering, which is just a reflection on what is happening in the economy. So a company like Fan Milk, the currency is depreciating, it imports, it needs power, it has to manufacture. And all these sectors that are suffering forces these companies to suffer, their share price stagnate or they may fall.
All right, so Accra Boss posting some significant increases there. But let's just move on to other issues now. And here we're talking about the Ghana Union of Traders Association. Just about a short while ago, Minister of Trade Haruna Idrisu held a press conference to address some of the challenges of GUTA. Now, he's outlined that there would be a 13-member authority to check all the situation, the difficulties on our markets now, but of course GUTA is not too happy with some of the arrangements. We have in the studios Clement Abuatin, who is the Deputy National Organizer, to tell us some of the concerns they put out there, and indeed what the Minister has said. Thank you very much for joining us on Midday Live. Indeed, thank you. The Minister has outlined that there will be a task force going out there, 13-member task force, to check all the difficulties that you've outlined so long as retail trade is concerned. Some of you are not too satisfied. Why?
If you could recall, I think about a week ago, the Minister came to our office, to address some of our concerns, and on that occasion he made mention of the setting up of the task force. And at that meeting, some of our members were not too enthused about the setting up of the task force, because a number of task forces have been set up over the years, and at the end of the day, it's rather made room for people to, make money. So that is the more reason why our people were not all that enthused. But, well, nevertheless, we want to give the Minister the benefit of the doubt, and then this time around, since the number is going to be pruned down from a 20-member task force to a 13, with GUTA having 4 slots, we want to give him the benefit of the doubt and see to the task force this time around.
All right, so you give the Minister the opportunity to set up the task force. Another concern from your members is that this time would encourage citizen arrest. Am I believing that if a Nigerian is in a retail trade and is right there in the market, you guys will gang up and go for the person?
Not that we are going to gang up and go.
Then what are you going to do?
Citizen arrest is also part. It's our constitutional right, to do that. But not that we are going to gang up against any other person. It's a matter of just going there to ask the person that, my brother, you are not supposed to be here. So wind up your business and go down. If the person insists on still being there, what we have to do is to just alert the police, to come and take off that person. As simple as that.
Why do you hold so much pain against the Ghana Investment Promotion Authority? They are in their business of registering foreigners to come do business in the country, to come invest in the country. You think they've not done right with their business?
They've not done right with their business over the years, because they are the law enforcement agencies with regards to investors in this country. Now, when someone walks to their office as an investor, what do they have to do after issuing out the certificate for that person? If the person says, I'm an investor and I'm located at Abosokai or Kantamanto or somewhere else, it's incumbent upon them, to monitor the activities of that investor. Not that the person will come and register as an investor and then tomorrow he or she may be found in Abosokai in a 2x4 shop doing retail business. So over the years, the Ghana Investment Promotion Authority have not been doing their work, and that is more reason why we are facing this problem.
You blame the Ghana Investment Promotion Authority, but I also blame you. I blame you because you've connived. I blame you because your people are in there supporting them. I blame you because you have not been responsible enough in controlling your people so long as helping retail trade in the market is concerned. How do you react to some of these concerns?
Well, I do share that concern with you, that over the years some of our people have been fronting for these foreigners, and also some of our own people have also been renting up their shops to these foreigners. But as you were there yesterday, the Minister made it clear he made it clear now that there is a law today, that there is a law prohibiting we the Ghanaians fronting for the foreigners, and also there is a law also prohibiting Ghanaians to rent out their shops to foreigners, and henceforth any Ghanaian caught in that aspect will be dealt with severely. So
not Ghanaians renting to foreigners, but foreigners in retail trade. So let's make that clear. My name is Quick Kutamin. Thank you very much. Mr. Boateng, thank you very much for coming into the studios. Indeed, we are grateful for your appearance here. We would quickly look at some of the other stories that we have in here. Let's talk about the agri sector, where farmers at Otuase, Manfrum and their environs in the Ayenswano constituency in the eastern region have threatened to go on a demonstration over the suspension of mass cocoa spraying exercise in their area.
The Otuase, Manfokro and its environs in the Ayenswano constituency in the eastern region is a farming community. Cassava, maize, plantain and cocoa are the main crops cultivated. However, many residents have lost interest in cocoa production. Only a few hands engage in it. Farmers explain pests, infection and diseases are gradually taking over their farms. They claim for the past 5 years, the mass spraying exercise has ceased and this is affecting their farming business.
Farming has been now capital intensive. It is now mechanized. So here we normally use our olden days crude materials or tools in working like cutlasses and hoes. So we will appeal to the government to at least bring us a tractor. It will boost the morale of the community members who are mostly farmers.
Apart from farming, there's no work for us. Since we are in our own nation, we don't need to travel to somewhere to hustle before we get our daily bread. We have to do everything in our nation so that the nation too can grow and it will attract people or foreigners from their nation to come here and invest here. But since we are in the nation and everything has been something like standstill, it's worrying.
The farmers say the government must supply them with subsidies and farming inputs to encourage more youth to venture into farming. The Member of Parliament for Ayenswano constituency, Ayape, has emphasized the need for government to help farmers to increase productivity.
Total production of cocoa across the country is declining, and then it's a result of inadequate or supply of these chemicals to spray the cocoa. It's affecting my constituency as well. Farmers don't get the input, they don't get the subsidized fertilizer, and it's affecting farmers across the country. We just want to appeal to the government. As we know, when we go for loan to purchase cocoa, a percentage of which should be used to support the farmers.